Hi everyone, I am Miranda Oglesby and welcome back to Real Estate with Miranda. So today I want to talk about those who are looking to sell their home and just giving some tips and tricks to do. These are things that I would do if I was going to sell my house. So tip number one, if I was going to sell, the first thing I would look to do is to declutter my home. I would say out of everything you do, this might be the most important because when I am walking through a home with buyers, they're imagining themselves there. Like when I'm walking with them, they're looking at where do I want to put my couch? Where do I want to put my TV? Do I have space in the cabinets? Like they're making sure that this home is going to fit their everyday needs. So if they walk into the home and the first impression is there's just a lot of stuff, like it's overwhelming, it's hard to really get a good idea of what the space looks like, how much space there is, like having the cabinets full to the point of stuff falling out, or you open up the closet and everything's been shoved in there. And believe it or not, like especially with something so big as a home purchase, clients and buyers really are, opening up the closet door to see, will my clothes fit in here? They're looking under the cabinet to see, is there enough storage space? I've even had clients that have opened every cabinet in the kitchen to make sure the cabinets are in good condition. So definitely worth it to clean out your space. I know it does not sound fun to have someone go through your home and look through everything while you're still living there, but just put yourself in their shoes. When you were looking for your home, did you look through everything? Did you want to make sure it really fit your needs and that, you're okay paying that money to get it? So clear out the drawers, get rid of the stuff that you don't love or you no longer need, or even get rid of the seasonal stuff. Like if it's summer and it's not going to be cold in your area, pack up the winter coats, pack up the ski gear, put it in a storage unit, or put it in the corner in the garage. Like definitely clear out that space, that way your home looks nice and open and the buyer can get a good idea of what it actually looks like. So that would be my first step. After I've decluttered and opened up my space, my next step is to do a nice deep clean. So I would recommend getting a professional cleaner. A lot of times I will even pay for this service if it's a home that hasn't been cleaned or can use some extra love before listing. I think it's definitely well worth it. It's worth the money. Your first impression of your home when a buyer walks in is everything, and you really want them to feel comfortable when they come in. You want it to smell clean and look fresh. And so yes, if you are, if you're really good at cleaning, you can make it look the way a professional cleaner would make it look, definitely go for it. If you're like, I don't really do all of that, totally fine. I would say still get a professional cleaner in there. They're going to go through all the nooks and crannies you normally wouldn't think about. Like they're going to be cleaning the blinds, they're going to be taking out the vents, like every part of the house, they're going to give it a nice deep clean. And so the buyer's like, wow, this seller really cares for their home. I like being able to buy a home where the seller is taking good care of it. It makes them feel more comfortable with their decision to move forward. So that would definitely be my next step. So we've got decluttering out of the way. Now we've got it all nice and clean and we kind of have this open space to work with. After that, that's usually when I will walk through a property again to see, okay, what are some other small things we can tweak to really appeal to buyers and get the top value for your home. So the next step I would say to take that won't cost an arm and a leg would be to paint. I think painting is a great way to give the home a nice refresh, makes the walls look vibrant again. It brings some energy and life back into the home. So it doesn't have to be a whole house paint. There's some areas where you recently painted or, the walls look okay. That's definitely something you can leave. I would say if it's a white wall, that's probably something that's going to fade over time. So that might be a good idea to paint. Really just give it that new look without having to break the bank. And what's nice about, being able to paint the interior is usually it's something that you can do yourself and not necessarily have to pay an outside contractor to come do. So definitely recommend painting. Also, while we're on the subject of fixing things, I would also do a quick sweep of the home to make sure little things that need to be fixed are done before listing, such as, let's say the sink faucet is loose and every time you go to turn on the water, it kind of falls out of place. Like, that's an easy fix that you can tighten up, and that also leaves a good impression on the buyers, because you know, you might have the buyer who just happens to test that faucet, and if they see like, oh man, the faucet's out of place, they might start looking at other things in the home to see, well, what else is going on with the home? Are there other, you know, things that have been deferred with maintenance? And so yeah, do the little fixes. That way the buyer's not looking for other things that might be going on with the house, and you know that you're offering your home and it's in good condition and that you're offering a good product to the buyer. So those would be some of the biggest things I would do. Those are definitely things that are on the lower end of cost that you are easy fixes before putting on the market. If you want to look into maybe more expensive upgrades, like if you say, okay, we have like this spare cash and we want to put it back in the house to get more money for it. Well, things you could look at, so you might say, okay, our kitchen could be upgraded, or what about the outside? If I had a choice between the two, either doing an interior upgrade like the kitchen or doing an exterior upgrade, I would definitely recommend the exterior upgrade. From different studies and data taken from our systems and consumers, it has shown that people will respond better to and are more likely to buy a home if the exterior has good curb appeal. So, and it doesn't have to be crazy changes. Like, it could be something such as refreshing the landscaping. If you have some shrubs that maybe have been neglected for a little bit, you can dig those out and, you know, maybe put some new mulch down, or you can maybe plant some fresh ones, add some color. You can also do something such as pressure washing. If, you know, painting the house and the exterior is kind of out of the budget, that's okay. A pressure wash will also help the home's curb appeal. It'll give it a nice clean look. You'll get the dirt off. Maybe if you have stone or brick, that can help clean that up a little bit too and kind of give it back to its normal color. So that's definitely something I would say is really important, because your exterior is going to be usually the first photo that people see online. Typically, if we see the photos in the interior, people are going to kind of click through the photos till they get to the outside one. They really want to see what that space looks like, especially if they're driving up to the home. If they see that the outside looks kind of neglected and a little sad, they might start also, again, wondering what's going on with the home. So I would say leave that good first impression, do the exterior. If you were to do any exterior upgrades, I definitely would focus on the major parts, such as the kitchen. Again, there could be cheaper upgrades or more expensive upgrades. You can professionally paint the cabinets, or if you have some, you know, painting skills, you can paint the cabinets on your own, or you can get new cabinets. Like, it definitely varies based on budget and what you're looking to do and what return you're looking to get on it. That's why I recommend the exterior, because for, you know, kind of value put in versus what you get out, we're seeing that people get a lot more in return for doing the outside than the inside. Also, quick note on doing the inside, one thing that I have found that buyers kind of struggle with is they will go into a home and they will have some really nice upgrades inside. Like, they might have brand new kitchen, brand new appliances, but then everything else in the home has kind of been left as is. Like, the bathrooms might be outdated, the outside might be outdated, and then it kind of might be a deal breaker still for the buyers, because at that point they see the potential of the home, but then they also see a lot of projects that still need to be done. So I definitely, when I go over with sellers, like kind of what money to put into a home, it definitely comes down to how much money you're willing to put in it versus how much you want to get out of it, and kind of weighing that to see if it's worth it to invest it to get the right price out of it. Every market is different. So for some areas, if you put however much into a kitchen, you're gonna get that much out of it. For other areas, buyers might not care as much about an upgraded kitchen and might just want more of an affordable home. So those are just a quick tip just on how to prepare your home to put it on the market, and if I was to sell my home, things that I would focus on. I hope this was helpful. It was a quick video, so if there's anything I left out or anything you have questions on, please leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!